So the fact that you guys decided to come on out and hear what we have to say, of course, that makes us so very happy. So again, thank each and every one of you for being here. And man, what a wonderful place this has been to be. My goodness, tonight is actually going to follow up on everything that we have been learning the last couple of nights. But actually, tonight, we're going to focus on something a little bit more, let's say, important, and that is security. Yes, our educator has lined up a wonderful, wonderful course in security for us because we're seeing that way too many people are being traumatized by scammers. And so we want to make sure that everybody that is part of the ILCA family, whether you're here with the cool kids on our VIP side, or if you're with us on YouTube, we want to make sure that you guys are educated and armed to be able to protect yourself against whatever might try to come for you. So speaking of our wonderful community, I see you guys coming on in now. I want to salute you. We are halfway through the 5-day challenge and you guys are still showing up and showing out. Thank you so much for being here. You should know the routine. As you come on in, please type your name and where you are from in the chat box. That way I get a chance to tell everybody who is here with us on the VIP side. And if you have the opportunity, please turn on your cameras. One of the best parts about us meeting on a Zoom call like this is that we get a chance to see all your faces and see all those smiles. So first up is my beautiful friend, Miss Yvetta. Hello, sweetheart. How are you, sunshine? It's good to see you, baby. Thank you so much for being here with us this evening. I see my good friend, Mr. Fetty Sherman is here. Hey, Fetty, how are you? Thank you so very much for being here with us, sir. Of course, the wonderful Mr. Jamal Najib is here. Hello, Jamal. How are you? He is representing Pasadena. It is so very good to see you, sir. Of course, we have Mr. Kenny Taylor is in the house. Hello, Mr. Taylor. How are you? He is representing Los Angeles, California. I see we have the beautiful queen, Miss Melanie Davis is here with us tonight. Hello, queen. How are you? I just want to commend you on your awesome group. I know that's right. I was in there loving everything. So bravo on your new group that I just joined. Thank you so very much for everything that you're doing for us. I see we have the king, Mr. Manny O'Brien is here. Hi, Manny. It's always good to see you, my friend. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, sir. I see we also have Mr. Papa Leonard Long is here. Hello, Leonard. How are you? You guys keep your eyes on Leonard. He got some things cooking up. Yes, I am so very proud of him. Leonard, thank you so very much for being a strong part of our community. We truly, truly appreciate you. There is Mr. CJ Jackson representing Arizona. Boom, boom, there he is. Hi, CJ. Thank you so much for being here with us. It is always good to see you, my friend. Okay, everyone, we're at the top of the hour, so let's go ahead and get our party started. Again, thank each and every one of you for attending our April edition of our ILCA 5-day challenge. My name is your Queen Connectress, Miss Marnita Casa, and I am your humble hostess for this evening. Now, it is my honor to introduce you all to a man that for over 25 years dominated the direct sales industry. His cryptocurrency education is used by companies and universities worldwide. Now, for over 8 years, he dedicated his life to learning about cryptocurrency and blockchain technology, but he didn't just stop there. He decided to go out and share his information with the masses, and this was done by putting on fun and exciting Bitcoin boot camps nationwide at no cost. He has built thriving communities and wonderful platforms like you see before you today. So without further ado, it is my honor to introduce you all to Mr. Brandon Ivey.
All right, all right. Thank you, Miss Casa, for that introduction. And I got to give it back to her. She is steadily and consistently being one of the most valuable members of our community here and doing our hostess and being available for all of you guys behind the scenes, putting everything together and organizing with our team. So thank you for all the hard work that you're doing, Miss Casa. And I know I called her out last night because soon you guys will be seeing her doing something she's never done before. And I'll let you know when that's going to happen. But I want her to actually learn how to do one of these lessons in the 5-day challenge as well. So Be on the lookout for that. And as we continue to grow, thank you for all your hard work. For everybody else, this is our third day in the 5-day challenge this week, and we are streaming live right now on YouTube. So we welcome all of you on YouTube. We do still extend the offer if you're on YouTube to be with the cool kids that's with us on Zoom right now. We call these our VIP members. Our VIP members not only get this private access on Zoom with us, but they're able to ask questions later on, and they get copies of all the recordings of not just this 5-day challenge, but every 5-day challenge we've done for the last 3 years. So if I was brand new and I'm just getting started and I become an Inner Circle VIP member, one of the first things I'm going to do, because I'm hungry for knowledge, I'm going to go all the way back to the beginning. And I'm going to watch everything, soak as much information as I can, because that's what I did when I first got started. You know, success leaves clues. And people always ask, Brandon, how did you get to where you are? When there was no ILCA, there was no crypto courses, there was nobody to teach me this, but I had a hunger for knowledge. And I went wherever I can get the knowledge, and I just delved into it. I spent 6 months. That's not a joke. That's literally 6 months on YouTube and Google to figure this thing out. And I made money, I lost money, trial and error, so that you guys don't have to go through all of that. But that's what I would do. I would look at every single recording I could get my hands on. Now, Monday night, we talked about what is blockchain technology. Last night, we talked about how do cryptocurrencies work. Tonight, we're going to talk about what my theme of originally it was going to be just 1 month of my 5-day challenge in January. Now I've turned it into this is going to be my theme for the rest of the year. Crypto security. And here's the reason why. It is one thing to spend days, weeks, months, if not years, working hard, learning and building your crypto portfolio, taking the little bit of money you have and you're trying to diversify, you're building it up and you see it growing every single week, every month. You're getting excited about that and you're proud about that and you're always thinking about, wow, where is this going to be 5 years from now? And then you turn around and from one simple mistake that you make, in a matter of seconds, all of that is taken from you like that. And there's nothing you can do about it. Do you know that feeling that happens? How many of you have been scammed before? How many of you have lost crypto before? You know that feeling. Let me give you a statistic. The average person in America that gets scammed on the crypto side loses around $22,000 average. In California, that number's higher. It's $144,000 from two main scams, which I wrote lessons on, called phishing scams and pig butchering. Those two. That's a fact. But 95% is avoidable. Avoidable. If one, you know what they are, so you know what to look for, and two, you know how to avoid them. But the first, you got to even know that it exists. So I wrote an entire course this year on security. And we're going to be doing tonight, we're going to be talking about why security is important. And then Friday, we're not going to be doing anything tomorrow night. But Friday night, we're going to be covering wallet security, how to make sure your assets are secure that you have and what the difference is between custodial wallets and non-custodial wallets and hardware and software and hot wallets and cold wallets and all that stuff. But you know, it's happened again. Just a few hours ago, I was getting word that somebody from the MoveQuest community just got their crypto stolen again. And I just did a presentation. Well, actually, Marnita did the presentation earlier this morning. But at the end, I stated, nobody from MoveQuest is going to send you a private message offering help and support. Nobody is going to ask you for your seed phrase. It's that simple. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened. And they gave the person their seed phrase, lost 28 miners and 79 MQT. Completely avoidable. avoidable. It's easy. And not only is it completely avoidable, but we're offering to show you how at no cost. It's free. And I've said this to the MoveQuest community as a community and just tonight to the leaders. You're doing yourself and the community a disservice by not making sure every single member of the community is getting this information, especially if they don't have to pay for it. Because when one person gets scammed, it hurts the entire community. So I'm doing my part. You know, when AI talked about my company, ILCA, and we were, have you ever Googled yourself before? That's another fascinating concept. And it is actually part of one of my lessons on personal development, building your own brand. Before there was AI, Google yourself. What does the internet say about you? So now it's all about AI. And we were asking AI about ILCA. And the one negative that they said was, I don't offer enough free services. So I go out of my way now to offer free services. So you don't have to pay to get this. So, but what you do have to pay is at least an hour of your time to learn. And would you rather spend an hour of your time to learn or lose $20,000? So I'm doing my part. So tonight we're going to talk about why crypto security is important. What is crypto cybersecurity? Well, I want you to imagine this story. You wake up and you go to work one day and you hear people talking about how Bitcoin just crossed $100,000 for the first time ever. You have heard about Bitcoin, you have seen it on the news, but you believed it to be fake. You have heard on the news that it was not real money, but you keep seeing people around you making money, and not a little bit, but a lot. You decide to go to YouTube to do some research and learn that Bitcoin is the best performing asset in the past 15 years. Nothing even comes close. So you say to yourself that you can do this also, and you do not want to be left behind. You have had a successful career and been a hard worker, and you believe that it is your time now to become an investor. You hear people say that you should get educated on this crypto space before you get started. But how hard could it even be? I mean, you've been successful at everything in life already, right? In your career. How hard could it be? You watch a few videos, open your Coinbase account, and purchase Bitcoin for the first time. It was scary at first, but you got through it. You then figured out how to move crypto from one wallet to another. And you're getting more comfortable with the process. You start to hear about other crypto tokens to be involved in that people are making money. So you figured out how to get a MetaMask wallet and transfer and swap tokens to get in on the meme game. Everything is going well, and your portfolio is growing. 1 year passes by, and you are in a very good position. Your crypto portfolio has exploded. You feel like you are on top of the world and start having dreams of retiring. People are now asking you about crypto, and you feel confident to start sharing. One day, you are on social media and start to hear about a new token that is going to be the next Doge, and you can get rich quick. All you must do is go to this website, connect your wallet, and be one of the first to get the token at a discounted price before launch. How many of you have heard of that story before? You go to the website, you connect your wallet, and zero balance. Your wallet gets drained. All your crypto is gone. You start to panic and look for a customer service number to call, but realize that nobody can help you. You gave access of your wallet to scammers, and this is just one way. After doing some research, you learn how you got scammed and that it was completely avoidable if you knew what to look for. In other words, if you got educated on this space, you will protect yourself from falling prey to the scammers. Most scams are preventable. if you take the time to educate yourself first before you attempt to build your crypto empire. And these lessons are designed to make you aware of the challenges you will face. So anytime somebody approaches me, I just had a gentleman today approached me and asked me, it's Brandon, I have a couple of investors and we want to get in on the Bitcoin mining and we're going to put a lot of money into that. Could we talk to you about how to get started? And I said, before you get into the Bitcoin mining, have you researched the entire mining space? That any new person attempting to get into Bitcoin mining today is not going to be doing very well. You might do better if you're mining a different crypto token that you feel is going to be in the top 10 for your money. And his response was, I can mine other tokens.
Mhm.
So, sir, how educated are you on this space? Before you spend money on anything in crypto, put your focus on getting educated first. Because then that will open the door and protect you for everything that comes after that. People want to skip the education part because it seems like work. It's not exciting. It hurts my brain. I'm forced to think. I just want to make some money. And that's where a lot of people lose. So let's start by talking about what is cyber security. What is cybersecurity? Cybersecurity for crypto is an essential consideration in the rapidly evolving world of digital assets. As more individuals and businesses embrace cryptocurrencies, the transition to digitizing assets introduces unique vulnerabilities that require security measures. Likewise, as cryptocurrency grows in popularity, these digital assets are increasingly exposed to threat actors. And I learned something in January and this was after I had already put these courses together, something called crimeware as a service. It shook me to my core because when you think of hackers, internet hackers, how many movies have we seen back in the day where the internet hacker or a computer hacker is like a whiz kid genius? You know, they know numbers and codes and it's like reading the matrix, the lines of code. So that's not for everybody. And that's how I was originally thinking about hackers. But now, these same hackers have created programs and putting them up for sale for the average person to become a hacker. It's like crimeware as a service. Hire hackers. This is big, big business. Even the government of North Korea has an entire division where their only job is to steal your crypto called the Lazarus Group. These are professionals. They know more about crypto than I do, especially when it comes to the code of the blockchain. They know more than I do. I admit that. So I do Inner Circle Crypto Talk every day, learning to stay on top of the new stuff that's happening. And that's why I've dedicated this entire year about crypto security. Effective crypto cybersecurity is crucial. In the realm of cryptocurrency transactions, private keys play a pivotal role in accessing digital assets. Unfortunately, these keys have become prime targets for hackers, making robust cybersecurity for crypto indispensable. Unlike traditional financial systems, blockchain technology underpins cryptocurrencies, offering both anonymity and decentralization. While these features enhance privacy, they also increase the risk of financial loss due to the unregulated nature of cryptocurrency transactions. So, what are some of the types of crypto scams and risks? As the popularity of digital currency grows, so do the risks associated with cryptocurrency scams. Understanding the various types of cryptocurrency scams is crucial for safeguarding your investments and transactions. Below are some of the most common risks and scams in the crypto world. Sensitive information theft. One of the most prevalent cryptocurrency scams that affect users involve the theft of sensitive information. So what, off the top of your head, do you think is sensitive information? Password, seed phrase. How about even sharing with people what wallet you're using? I don't, uh, in our inner circle is the only place where I share information about, the wallets that I have, some of them. But I don't even want them to know that. Hackers often target private keys, which are essential for digital wallets. Private keys. Once these keys are compromised, the hacker gains full control over the victim's assets, leading to significant financial losses. So that is what happened today. So I'm going to repeat this, and I'm going to repeat it loud, and I'm going to feel good about myself for doing it publicly. I am live on YouTube. Live here on the Zoom. Anybody can get this information. They know who I am. There's 6,000 plus people in MoveQuest, and we've got 26 people on Zoom and 9 people on YouTube. So nobody can say they can't get the information. So let me say this clearly. I don't care who the individual is. If anybody asks you for your seed phrase, that is the biggest major red flag. If your best friend asks you for your seed phrase, if customer support asks you for your seed phrase, if your girlfriend or boyfriend asks you for your seed phrase, no. Okay? I mean, is anybody not getting that part? Never, ever, ever give away your seed phrase. Never. If you're on customer support, if they say, yeah, click this link so that I can take control of your computer. And when they can start moving your mouse around. No, I don't do that anymore. I used to do that back in the day because of like Geek Squad and all that kind of stuff. No, never be on Zoom with anybody and showing all your stuff. No, don't do that. And that is in your control. Now, in our further lessons, I talk about the other one where if you connect your wallet to a site, there's ways that you can do that safely. I don't remember if I cover that in this lesson, but let's see. Let's keep going here. I just want to make that point clear. Your private seed phrase, let's put it this way. Do you guys just give your social security number out to anybody that asks? No. You should protect your seed phrase even more than you protect your own social security number or your PIN for your bank. Do you give that out to anybody? No. Types of crypto scams and risks. Sophisticated hacking techniques. Hackers deploy advanced methods to breach crypto exchanges and wallets. These sophisticated hacking techniques can lead to the loss of large amounts of digital currency. The decentralized nature of blockchain technology makes it challenging to recover stolen assets, highlighting the importance of robust crypto cyber security measures. Crypto mining. Crypto mining involves using computer resources to validate transactions and secure the blockchain network. However, malicious actors sometimes deploy mining malware, which covertly uses the victim's computer power to mine cryptocurrency for the attacker. This not only slows down the victim's device, but also increases their electricity costs. This was real big. Hackers were using Starbucks and airports. So when you think you're connecting to public Wi-Fi, the moment you do that, they're now using your computer and they were mining Bitcoin with your laptop and you didn't even know it. But that's the best case scenario. The best case scenario is if a hacker is using your computer power to mine another crypto. That's best case scenario, because worst case scenario is they now have control of your computer and they're searching it for all of your crypto and draining your wallets. That's the worst case scenario. Phishing attacks. Phishing attacks are common types of cryptocurrency scams where fraudsters impersonate legitimate entities to trick users into revealing their private keys, or other sensitive information. These scams often involve fake websites or emails that appear genuine, making it easy for unsuspecting users to fall victim. I forgot who it was in our inner circle, but someone had posted that they got an email from, who was it? Was it MetaMask? The posted email from MetaMask. I think it was MetaMask, to give up some private information and click on some links. You know, phishing emails. Oh, Ledger. It was Ledger that did it. Okay. So phishing and pig butchering are the top two largest crypto scams that scammers are using. And don't worry, I'm only covering like a paragraph of these. I'm just letting you know what these are, but I have a lesson on every single one in the security courses. Social engineering schemes. This is like pig butchering. Crypto mining involves using computer resources to validate transactions and secure the blockchain network. However, malicious actors sometimes deploy mining malware, which covertly uses a victim's computer power to mine. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot to delete this slide because it's a duplicate. Let me go to the next one. Investment scams. How many of you have been part of investment scams before? Investment scams lure victims with promises of high returns. These scams range from fake ICOs to Ponzi schemes. So if you ever run into a program that says, we guarantee, just the use of that word right there, red flag. You can't guarantee anything in crypto. But they always say, we guarantee that you're going to make 3% a day, 10% a week, 13% a month, whatever it is, regardless of what the volatility of the market is doing. That's a scam. Even if they don't have the intent, they may be so confident of their platform, their bot they're using, their AI, or their traders, that they say, yeah, I'm looking at the last 12 months. We guarantee this. No. The moment you hear the word guarantee, go the opposite direction. You cannot guarantee in this space, in any financial space. So victims are convinced to invest their money only to find out later that the scheme are gone. Sometimes too, and one of the lessons I share this is that you can do all the vetting you can on a project and everything look above and beyond board, because I fell victim to a big project and I vetted it. You can't vet it any better than I did. From knowing the person personally and their family, from interviewing the entire team behind the project, from looking at their registrations with the government, seeing the government audit of the project, seeing the wallets and the trading actually taking place, both gains and losses, and even speaking to the representatives of the law firm, which happened to be the biggest law firm in the country, representing them. You can't get no more than that. And yet still, the CEO of the company, who I knew, once he saw he had $500 million in the account, ran off with all the money and left his wife and kid. So there's sometimes you are not going to be able to avoid everything. That's why I said 90% is avoidable. But if you follow the rules that I have, that I've figured out in crypto, then you will minimize your risk. I cannot guarantee that you'll never lose. In fact, I can guarantee that you will lose something along the way. I just don't know when, where, or how much. You will, but your education will minimize that. So your wins are far bigger than your losses. So don't think that you're never going to lose. You will. But victims are convinced to invest their money only to find out later that the scheme was fraudulent and their funds are gone. Insider threats. Insider threats come from individuals within an organization who have access to sensitive information. Now, this is when we talk about centralization and decentralization. You know, a lot of crypto theft comes from central organizations that get hacked, companies, individuals stealing from that work for the company. That happens all the doggone time inside the organization. These insiders can exploit their positions to steal digital currency or sabotage security measures. Implementing strict access controls and monitoring systems can mitigate these risks. What is the future of crypto security? The more we use cryptocurrencies, the craftier cyber attackers get. From buying and selling platforms to personal digital wallets, no part of the cryptocurrency world is safe from sneaky hackers out to get a quick buck. It is important to understand that you are responsible. Let me repeat this. You are responsible for your crypto portfolio and nobody else. Early on, this was years ago, maybe 2019 or 20, where I did a lesson and I was talking about the different wallets. And I was going over the difference between custodial wallets and non-custodial wallets. And I highlighted different wallets that I like to use. One of those wallets, one woman decided to use herself. And then, I don't know, it was a couple of months later, she contacted me and she was flipping out. And she said that she lost or she can't access her wallet and asking me for a customer support number. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You know, what do you mean you can't get into your wallet? Well, I forgot my password. I said, did you write your password down somewhere? I don't remember. I swear that's my password. It's not working. Okay, well, it's easy. Just put in your seed phrase. I don't know where I put my seed phrase. And I'm like, you don't have your wallet. You don't have your seed phrase. Uh, there's nothing I can do. No, she wasn't trying to hear that. She said, I need customer support. Somebody needs to get in there and give me my $10,000. I said, you had $10,000 in the wallet and you didn't secure your password, nor did you secure your seed phrase. Did you have a copy of your seed phrase written down? I don't remember if I did that, but all I know is somebody better give me my $10,000. And then she blamed me. It was my fault because she heard me mention this wallet on one of my calls. So it became my fault that she lost her $10,000. I haven't heard from her since. Yeah, that was like 2019 or so. She lost her seed phrase. So it is important to understand that you are responsible for your crypto. There's not a bank customer support. This is decentralized. You are the custodial of your own money. You must not take this lightly and invest in the time and commitment to learn how to always keep your crypto safe. Your journey does not end here. You must be aware that the scammers are always looking for new ways to steal your crypto. So your education in this space is not only important, but it never ends. That's why I do crypto talk every day. And let me give you guys another piece of suggestion since I can't give advice. If you're going to be a part of any projects in the future dealing with anything with crypto, you need to ask two questions or actually observe two things. Yeah, I'll use that one before you even ask a question. Observe two things. Number one, The person or group that is bringing you into this project, are they emphasizing, stressing the importance of, or helping you understand security? That's number one. That's the person who's introducing you to whatever this is. And then number two, question or observation. The people behind the project, are they also emphasizing, or do they have anything in place to help educate their community before accepting money for their project? Those are just observations, because those observations can let you know where the mindset is. Now, granted, it is still your responsibility to secure your assets. But if you're part of an agency or organization or project that is focusing on that, on the safety of the people being involved, then you know you really have a winner. Let me ask a question. We've been doing this 5-day challenge every month. It's been advertised that this 5-day challenge is happening this week. It's been advertised that it is open to everybody and that it is free. This is day 3. Last night on the MoveQuest call, was it ever mentioned one time that people can get free education from one of the top members in the MoveQuest community at no cost? That's all I have to say. As a disclaimer, this information is intended for educational and training purposes only and should not be construed as investment advice. As with all financial decisions, you should contact your licensed financial advisor before investing in any financial instrument. And that, ladies and gentlemen, brings us to the end of our 3rd day of the 5-day challenge. I hope you learned something new. As always, that's the point. I am going to keep the YouTube line open for Q&A tonight. So I'm going to allow those of you on YouTube, if you've got a question, go ahead and type it in the chat box. If you have a question on Zoom, you guys know what to do. I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Casa to go ahead and handle the Q&A. Now, remember, tomorrow night, there will not be our 5-day challenge tomorrow night. I'll be at a signing ceremony for my son. So we will be back on Friday night. And Friday night, we're going to be talking about wallet security. So you don't want to miss that one. That's even more important than tonight. Wallet tonight was just introducing you to the concept of what is going on out there. And then we're going to go into some detail on Friday night with you guys. So with that, let me turn it on over to you, Miss Casa. Floor is all yours.
Thank you so much. Can you guys hear me okay? Yeah, okay, awesome. So we asked just 3 things of you. The first one is, please do not unmute your mic until you are called upon. The second one is, we do ask for 2 questions unless we have time for more. And the third one is, there are no silly questions. So please, whatever is on your mind, if you have an aha moment or question, raise your hand and I will call on you. There's no questions about security? All right, I was wondering. Okay, Miss Patty Geis, the floor is all yours.
Hi, Queen. Hi, Brandon. Great training, as always. Apologize for being incognito tonight. All of us that have been, I'm so thankful to be a part of this community, first of all, Brandon. And second of all, I thank you for your time, the dedication you give to us, and the patience that you have with us, because you could be charging thousands of dollars for what we learn. And that's not why you teach. And so I will commit to making sure that I will commit to being a voice and not being silent in the Discord or anything, or caring what anybody thinks or caring what anybody says about promoting ILCA in this community, because we're flabbergasted. It's like, how can, and it's almost like you can't blame a brand new person because they're being led to MoveQuest because they're being led with the purpose of maybe being able to strike gold, just to change a little bit of their family tree. And as the leadership, whomever decides to wear that hat in the community, there should be, you can't be a leader if you're concerned about someone else stealing your people or changing their minds about what is possible or what's not possible. I don't know. I can't even wrap my head around it, Brandon, as to why someone would be so afraid to share what you do to the people they introduce to MoveQuest. Not only MoveQuest, but any project that we participate in.
Oh yeah,
so
we've been down that road before.
that is, I commit to that, Brandon. I mean it. I commit to that. But one thing you mentioned today is, even with Microsoft, if there's something that's crashed our computer, the first thing they say is, do I have permission to come into your laptop? And I have never said no. I mean, because it's Microsoft or it's Apple. Why would I say no to that? I mean, they even tell you what website to go to and what, at least they give you kind of a numeric value that you have to put in before you just let them sign in, but I still let them sign in. So you're saying if you can't figure out how to fix your crashed computer, maybe just go buy another one.
Yep. If that laptop has a bunch of your crypto stuff on it, absolutely.
Oh yeah. No, it doesn't.
Just like with Geek Squad, if Geek Squad needs to, they say, well, we need to send it off to the manufacturer. We'll take you about 2 weeks before you get it.
Not doing
Absolutely not. I'm not giving it to you.
Gosh, I can't believe someone got ripped off again.
And it's gonna happen again, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, okay, that was it. Sorry for my preaching, but I will. Yeah, okay. All right, thank you.
That was fantastic, Miss Patty Geis. Thank you so very much. We truly appreciate you. Okay, Miss Judy, the floor is all yours.
Hey guys, can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Well, a couple things. First, I just want to echo what Patty has said. It to me, it is like just bonkers that people don't want to teach the education. And to me, it's all about ego because the way I look at it, okay, if people don't want to go with me, especially in the MoveQuest, it's like, fine, no problem. If you want to go with Brandon, go. At least that's a load off my mind because now I know you're going to be educated and I can stop worrying about you. So I don't know. That is crazy. But as for, as you're saying with the Geek Squad and stuff like that, I feel so vindicated because when I bring my phone in for technicians or if I've got to do something with the phone, I am so anal, I don't even let them do it. I tell them, okay, tell me what to do and I will do it. And I know for them it's second nature. They're so used to dealing with phones that it's easy for them to just poke and push and change things. But I do not want anybody messing around with my phone, clicking this, changing that, or turning this on when I specifically set it a certain way. So I have never, ever let anybody go inside my computers or even in the phones. It's like pointed out to me and I will make the switch. I'm just beyond paranoid.
Mhm.
And I feel these days I'm feeling so vindicated for all the paranoia. Like, you know me, like I don't even like to let my actual cell phone number go out. And inside the group there, I saw Kenny had posted an article about FAAS, PHAAS, phishing as a software. They've got this new phishing that goes out to iPhones through the iMessages. It's crazy, crazy what's out there. And if people are not careful, you know, when we get to this, might be a little off topic, but if people are not careful, when they start issuing CBDCs, they're going to start saying, okay, well, we need to inject your private keys under your skin.
That's coming. A
Do you know what I
some form
mean?
of identification, yes.
If everything's going to blockchain and stable coins and cryptos and eventually CBDCs, then that's when they're going to start. I don't know. Well, you know what? I'm rambling. I'll turn it
Well,
back to you.
well, thank you for that, Judy.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Judy. Okay, Mr. Kenny Taylor, the floor is all yours.
Thank you, ma'am. I agree with everything. Well, 99.9% of what Miss Patty said. But I do blame the individual because we're all adults here. And I don't care who you came in with, who you started with. If you're not getting the information you need, it's time to switch up. I remember when I first started, I used to ask Miss Marnita, I would ask Brandon, you know, something, and Brandon would tell me, hey, get back with the person who brought you in. Well, over time, that person stopped being a part of this. I can't wait around for them. I needed to get my own education on. So you're an adult, you know what you don't know. And it's up to you to go find out where to get it. And you're in the right place to get it. This is your first step. Security is, and this is for the people on YouTube, is so important. We talk about security in Inner Circle. Brandon's done courses. He could do a course on security every day and we would still be behind on what the hackers are doing.
Yep.
We're always playing catch up. But without education, we wouldn't know what to look for even when we're playing catch up. We learned about Zoom call hackers. We learned about phishing scams. This morning in Crypto Talk, we just found out that I forget who it is bringing out the verifications. The company. We went
And the job
over,
ads.
We just went over what last month. We found the article on the scammers using the human verification codes now to get in. We wouldn't know this if we weren't being educated. You can't sit around waiting for someone to hold your hand and lead you to the water. You got to go find your own water. And if you're following the wrong people, it's time for you to switch up. This is your life, your finances, your family. You can't leave it up to other people. So that's all I had to say.
All right. Thank you, Kenny.
Okay, Mr. Taylor. You know what? I just have to throw out there, I'm like you, sir. Ask Mr. Ivey. That's why I was like, I need to give me all the education because I need to find out for myself. I am just like that as well. But I do want to say to people who are out there and leaders, as a leader myself and as somebody who is becoming a leader, it is very, very important that you guide the people that you are bringing into opportunities, that you guide them into the right places. And as long as you are introducing your community to this education, you're doing your job. But yes, Mr. Kenny Taylor is absolutely right. Us as adults definitely need to get up and grab the bull by the horn for ourselves. So bravo, Mr. Taylor. Thank you so much for that. Is there anyone else that has any aha moments or questions? Ooh, YouTube, you guys got a good one tonight. Okay, with that, back to you, Mr. Ivey.
All right, all right. Well, thank you guys for being a part of this tonight. I hope you learned something new. And if you know people out there that do need crypto education and they just don't like me, that's perfectly fine as well, as long as they get it from somewhere. As long as a leader is pointing and providing something for their organization, that's fine. Because when one person gets hacked and hurt, it impacts all of us. So we want everybody to be protected and safe as much as possible, which is why I do this for free. I'm not making money off of this. So with that, in fact, we all lost money today, because guess what? That individual that got hacked and stole 75 or 79 MQT, the hacker's going to sell that. Now, what if they decide to wait until the MQT price goes to $50? What's 79 times 50? What if the price goes to 1,000? They're draining the liquidity that's for us and is giving it to them, and it brings the value of the token down, and we all get hurt from that. So we want to make sure everybody is protected, and not just on this project, as Patty was talking about, on anything dealing with crypto, especially one individual. And I like this individual. I always look forward to him being on the presentations. He had a great smile. He was always energetic. He was excited about the project and lost like $100,000. Why? Because he connected the same wallet that he's got all his MQT and all his tokens on some new project that he never heard of before, that's just coming out, launching, connected his wallet. It was a scam site, and they took all the crypto, and we've never seen that person again. I hate those kind of stories. So we just want to make sure you're protected and have fun and learn at the same time. Earn while you're learning. So we will be back. Remember, not tomorrow. We will be back Friday night. And we'll be talking about wallet security. Oh, Kenny's got something. Go ahead, Kenny.
Yeah, real quick. I just wanted to add one other thing. And this is for the leaders. Actually, this is for everyone, because we're all leaders. We've been around, we've been educated, and we're all leading other people. But I want everyone to look at it this way. Regardless of how you feel about Brandon or whoever, if you have a group or you have anyone who's following you, none of us are promised tomorrow. What if something happened to you today or tomorrow? Now what happens to all those people that are following you? Now where they're supposed to go if they don't know where they can go to get educated or find out information or who to talk to. They don't know they can go to Miss Patty or Miss Marmita or Mr. Manny or Brandon or me or any. So let's stop being selfish with our knowledge. Let's spread the knowledge and keep everyone involved. Nobody's going to lose by plugging them into a group. They're still going to follow you if you're showing them what they need to do and they have confidence in you. They're going to follow you. The only way you're going to lose them if you're not being honest with them and you're not giving them good information. But just like Mr. Brandon's friend who had the accident yesterday, people, have issues every day. No one is promised to wake up tomorrow. So we need to get the information out to as many people, share our knowledge, and start getting people plugged in.
All right, thank you for that, Kenny. And well, it already happened. Leonard saw it. The tokens that were stolen were already sold. And you know what to add to that injury is that the 28 miners, those hackers are going to put them on the dock and start mining with them. That's the crazy thing. So somebody else is going to mine with your miners and make more MQT from that. Oh, there was another part of that too. That individual has a lot of MQT in the hatchery. And Waleed was already tells that there's a bot attached to that wallet. So as soon as a hatchery opens up, Waleed said it's going to be like within 10 seconds, it's going to drain the wallet. So it moves faster than you as a person can do to do anything. And they asked, well, can you go in there and switch wallets? He said, no, it's this a smart contract. It's on the blockchain. We can't manipulate it. If we were able to do that, then we wouldn't be a good project, because then we're not decentralized anymore. Lynette can go in there and take anybody's stuff. So no, we once the wallet's compromised, it's compromised. There's nothing that you can do at that point. And that's actually the strength of the project, the fact that it's done that way. So it's in our hands to make sure that we secure our assets and what we do. And we teach this. I told you guys already in our inner circle group exactly how to handle your MQT wallets. You do not use the same wallets that you're using for other crypto. You only have 3 crypto tokens in that wallet, your MQT, your USDT, and your AVAX, and you don't use those wallets to hold your MQT once you get it. Once you get your MQT and you're not planning on selling it, you move it off of that wallet to a different wallet that you're not using to mine, so that hackers can't see the transactions that's going on. It's simple, but if you're brand new, that may seem like a lot. But once you are plugged into the community and the system, then it becomes easy. And we teach you this stuff. So with that, we will be back Friday night. We're going to talk about wallet security and cover more information. And if you have any questions too, between now and then, write them down and bring them with you for Friday night. Take care, everybody. I'll see you guys on the Inner Circle tomorrow morning for Inner Circle Crypto Talk. We'll see what's new. And another thing Kenny did mention, though, is that we found out they're even using job ads to scam people out of their crypto. People looking for a job. I didn't even think that it wasn't even on my radar screen, some of the things that they're coming up with. But anyways, protect yourself. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning, Inner Circle Crypto Talk, and Friday night for the last 5-day challenge. And then we have Monday night recap call next Monday, where we'll be talking about how to make money in crypto. All right, take care, everybody. Brandon Ivey out. Thank you guys for participating. Bye-bye.